You wake up tired, and the easy target is last night's sleep, or lack thereof. But here's the kicker. Even the deepest slumber can't tackle the exhaustion lurking in the shadows of your mind. This isn't your average fatigue. It's a neurological tax, silently levied by your own sensory systems. The kind of exhaustion that sleep won't touch. Why? Because it's not about rest, but about processing. Meet your brain, a hyper-efficient, pattern-seeking machine that's obsessed with filtering noise from signal. According to Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett, a neuroscientist known for her research on emotion and the brain, we're constantly predicting and processing sensory input. Your brain isn't resting. It's running diagnostics and compiling data, even as you sleep. This is predictive processing, and it's relentless. Your brain is working overtime to make sense of the world, whether you're conscious of it or not. The fatal error? Our cognitive friction comes from being bombarded by a sensory cacophony, which demands constant recalibration. Our brains can't simply switch off. This constant recalibration is where the exhaustion stems from, an endless loop of recalibration and adaptation. It's like trying to run a high-performance car with the brakes on. Your brain is stuck in a loop, unable to disengage from the noise. Every beep, every flash, every notification is a tiny tax that adds up. But here's the twist. This relentless processing has a hidden advantage. While you might feel drained, your brain's incessant activity is what allows you to adapt and learn. It's the evolutionary trade-off we make for being able to navigate complex environments. Yes, it drains you, but it also equips you with the cognitive tools to adapt to new situations. Your brain is a masterpiece of adaptation, even if it comes at a cost. Welcome to the realm of baseline calibration. This isn't about detoxing your social media feed or meditating for hours. It's about recalibrating your sensory systems to reduce the neural overhead. Start by identifying sensory triggers and manage them strategically. This isn't about shutting your brain down, but about fine-tuning its inputs. Think of it as adjusting the contrast on a screen, not just dimming the lights. The challenge? Doing it without defaulting to the off switch. You might assume evolution designed our brains for efficiency, but you'd be mistaken. Efficiency was never the goal, survival was. Our brains evolved to be hypervigilant, tuned to the slightest changes in our environment. Imagine living in a world where missing a rustle in the bushes could mean the end. This evolutionary paranoia is still hardwired into modern brains, causing a chronic state of alertness. So, while you're trying to relax, your brain is still scanning for threats. According to Dr. Joseph Ledoux, a neuroscientist renowned for his work on survival circuits in the brain, our neural architecture is a legacy of ancient environments. The amygdala, part of our emotional brain, fires off responses at the slightest hint of danger. While this kept our ancestors alive, it now translates into a perpetual state of cognitive friction. You're not just reacting to real threats. Your brain is processing every what-if scenario it can conjure. The evolutionary error? Our brains are still wired for a world that no longer exists. This creates a neural overhead that's incompatible with modern life. Trapped in an ancient survival mode, our brains expend energy on phantom threats. This mismatch between evolutionary design and contemporary demands is the root of invisible exhaustion. Your brain's energy budget is skewed towards processing non-existent risks, leaving you drained. It's like running on a treadmill that never stops. But here's the unexpected edge. This evolutionary quirk means your brain is exceptionally adept at scenario planning. Your capacity to imagine outcomes and prepare for them is unparalleled. This neural overhead gives you a strategic advantage, allowing for flexibility and rapid adaptation. While it steals your energy, it also equips you with a mental playbook for navigating uncertainty. Your brain, despite its archaic wiring, is a strategist at heart. Enter the cognitive budget reallocation protocol. To mitigate this evolutionary mismatch, reassess where your mental energy is spent. Start by identifying mental loops that drain you without benefit. Redirect your cognitive resources towards areas that truly matter. like problem solving rather than perpetual threat assessment. It's about rebalancing your neural checkbook. The tension? Doing this without falling into the trap of oversimplification. Your brain thrives on complexity, not avoidance. Think exhaustion is just about physical tiredness? Think again. The real drain is cognitive. Every waking moment, your brain is an energy-guzzling machine, consuming around 20% of your body's energy budget. But here's the catch. It's not merely the wakeful hours that matter. Sleep is when your brain's housekeeping begins, clearing out metabolic waste accumulated during the day. But when the cognitive load is high, even sleep can't keep up. The result? A backlog of neural debris. According to Dr. Maiken Nedergaard, who studies the glymphatic system, your brain actively clears waste during sleep. The system is more active at night, flushing out toxins. But here's the irony. Too much cognitive load during the day can impede this process. If your brain is overloaded, the glymphatic system can't function optimally. This translates into a cognitive hangover, a fog that clings to you like a shadow, no matter how long you sleep. The fatal error lies in mistaking quantity for quality. More sleep doesn't equal more rest if your brain's cleaning crew is overwhelmed. The cognitive friction from unprocessed information builds up, leading to a compounding effect. It's like trying to clean a house while hosting a never-ending party. Your brain is in a constant state of catch-up, never quite reaching the baseline it needs for optimal function. This is the unseen exhaustion. Yet, there's a hidden advantage to this cognitive load. It forces prioritization. Your brain learns to filter what's critical and what's not, much like triage in an emergency room. This necessity for prioritization sharpens decision-making skills, allowing for more efficient cognitive processing. It's an evolutionary pressure cooker that, while taxing, refines your mental acuity. You become adept at distinguishing noise from signal, honing in on what's truly important. Welcome the Selective Engagement Protocol. This isn't about ignoring the world, but about engaging with it selectively. Start by identifying what truly demands your cognitive resources and what can be sidelined. Train your brain to focus its energy on tasks that yield the highest return. It's not about doing less, but about doing what matters more. The challenge? Avoid falling into the trap of multitasking, which scatters attention and dilutes focus. We often curse our tiring minds, but there's a hidden advantage to this relentless cognitive churn. The human brain is a prediction powerhouse, constantly simulating future scenarios based on past experiences. This might seem like just another source of mental drain, but it's actually a strategic asset. By preemptively mapping out potential outcomes, your brain creates a mental blueprint for navigating complexity. This isn't just reactive processing, it's proactive strategizing. According to Dr. Carl Friston, known for his work on the free energy principle, the brain is constantly minimizing surprise by predicting sensory inputs. This predictive processing is energy-intensive, but it serves a vital purpose: reducing uncertainty. Your brain uses past data to anticipate future needs, allowing you to prepare and adapt. While this might seem exhausting, it's a sophisticated survival mechanism that's been refined over millennia. It's the mental equivalent of having a weather forecast for life. The fatal error is misinterpreting this predictive workload as needless stress. Many assume mental tiredness is purely detrimental, overlooking its role in adaptive intelligence. Your brain's predictive prowess isn't just about being hypervigilant. It's about setting the stage for innovation and creativity. The cognitive friction you feel is the tension required for breakthroughs, the mental stretching that enables leaps in understanding. When seen as a burden, we miss its transformative potential. Here's the strategic revelation. This constant mental simulation trains resilience and adaptability. In a world where change is the only constant, having a brain that's primed for flexibility is invaluable. This cognitive rehearsal builds a stockpile of mental models that can be deployed in real-time situations. It's not a flaw, but a feature, a built-in training regimen that equips you to pivot and adapt with remarkable agility. Your brain is a gym where resilience is built. Enter the Adaptive Forecasting Protocol. This involves consciously leveraging your brain's predictive capabilities. Begin by consciously noting patterns and anticipating outcomes, practicing this foresight in everyday decisions. Train your brain to refine its predictions through feedback loops. The tension arises in balancing anticipation with openness, as overpredicting can stifle spontaneity. This protocol is about harnessing your brain's strengths without letting it run the show entirely. The battle against invisible exhaustion isn't fought on the mattress, but in the mind. Many attempt to combat fatigue by adding more hours to their sleep schedule, but the secret weapon is in recalibrating your brain's operational settings. This is about more than just rest. It's about strategic downtime, allowing your brain to shift from high-frequency processing to a more relaxed, diffuse mode. Imagine toggling between a race car engine and a gentle idle. Researchers at the University of California, San Francisco, found that mental breaks enhance creativity and problem-solving. This isn't about zoning out, but about allowing your mind to wander purposefully. It's in this diffuse mode that your brain connects disparate ideas, forging new insights. Strategic downtime isn't wasted time. It's where the magic of creativity happens. Your brain needs this space to breathe, to find connections it would otherwise miss in a constant state of overdrive. The fatal error? Believing productivity is solely about constant engagement. Our cultural fixation on doing more overlooks the necessity of mental recovery. Without strategic downtime, your brain's ability to innovate and adapt diminishes. You become trapped in a cycle of diminishing returns, where more effort leads to less output. It's like trying to harvest crops without ever letting the fields lie fallow. The land, and your mind, needs time to rejuvenate. Here's the counterintuitive advantage. By scheduling regular mental breaks, you actually enhance productivity. These breaks act as a reset button, clearing the mental cache and boosting cognitive performance. It's a strategy that allows you to work smarter, not harder. You return to tasks with fresh eyes and renewed clarity. This doesn't mean checking out, but tuning in differently. The mind that wanders is the mind that discovers. Welcome to the Strategic Downtime Protocol. Begin by incorporating deliberate mental breaks into your routine. Set a timer for every 90 minutes of focused work, followed by a 10-minute period of relaxed, diffused thinking. This isn't leisure, it's structured mental recovery. The challenge lies in resisting the urge to fill this time with distractions. Allow your mind to wander with purpose, and watch as your cognitive landscape transforms from barren to bountiful. You're standing at the crossroads of cognitive exhaustion and mental clarity, and the path you choose now determines your brain's resilience. This isn't just about management, it's about mastery. The key is applying these protocols in your daily routine, transforming theoretical strategies into tangible actions. Think of your brain as a high-performance vehicle that requires regular tuning to maintain peak efficiency. Running on autopilot won't cut it anymore. According to research from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, personalized learning and adaptation are crucial for effective brain function. This means tailoring your mental breaks and cognitive strategies to fit your unique rhythms and needs. Not all brains are wired the same, and a one-size-fits-all approach simply won't work. Your task is to experiment with different protocols, find what resonates, and adjust accordingly, much like fine-tuning a musical instrument. The common pitfall: overcommitting to a rigid system without room for flexibility. Many fall into the trap of believing there's a perfect routine that will solve all their exhaustion woes. In reality, mental agility requires adaptability. Your brain thrives in environments where it can pivot and respond to changing demands. Locking yourself into an unyielding routine can stifle the very adaptability you're aiming to cultivate. Flexibility, not rigidity, is the hallmark of a resilient mind. Here's the strategic move: use dynamic scheduling. Align your tasks with your natural energy peaks and troughs. This method involves identifying when you're most alert and focusing on demanding tasks during these times. Reserve simpler tasks for when your energy dips. This alignment reduces cognitive friction, allowing you to maximize productivity without draining your mental reserves. It's about synchronizing your internal clock with your external demands. Introducing the dynamic scheduling protocol. Start by tracking your mental energy throughout the day. Use this data to plan your workflow, matching high-focus tasks with high-energy times. Keep a journal to monitor your performance and adjust as needed. The challenge here is staying consistent while allowing for adjustments. This isn't a rigid timetable, but a living strategy, continuously refined. Will you let your schedule dictate your brain? Or will you let your brain dictate your schedule? In a world that glorifies hustle culture, the invisible exhaustion we face is often dismissed or misunderstood. Society prizes constant output, yet ignores the cognitive costs of this relentless pace. The systemic implication is clear. We're creating an environment that depletes our mental resources faster than we can replenish them. This isn't just about personal well-being. It's about sustainability on a broader scale. It's time to rethink the framework that equates busyness with productivity. Research from Stanford University highlights that productivity sharply declines after 50 hours of work per week. Beyond this threshold, exhaustion outweighs efficiency, leading to cognitive burnout. This isn't just an individual issue. It's systemic, affecting workplaces, schools, and communities. When mental fatigue becomes the norm, innovation and creativity suffer. Institutions need to embrace strategies that prioritize mental health, recognizing that rest isn't a luxury, but a fundamental component of sustained productivity. The critical error is assuming that exhaustion is an inevitable byproduct of progress. This mindset perpetuates a cycle of burnout, where rest is only considered after reaching the point of collapse. The truth is, sustainable progress requires periodic renewal. Imagine trying to drive a car without ever refueling. We need to shift the paradigm from exploiting our cognitive resources to conserving and optimizing them. It's not about how much we do, but how effectively we do it. Here's the transformative insight. By valuing cognitive sustainability, we unlock potential for greater innovation and resilience. Organizations that adopt this mindset see improvements in employee satisfaction, creativity, and long-term success. It's a shift from short-term gains to enduring impact. By fostering environments where mental breaks and strategic downtime are encouraged, we not only enhance individual well-being, but also collective progress. The ripple effect is profound and far-reaching. Meet the Cognitive Sustainability Protocol. It's a call to action for individuals and organizations alike to prioritize long-term mental health over short-term output. Begin by integrating mental wellness policies that include regular breaks and flexibility, allowing individuals to manage their energy effectively. The challenge lies in redefining success, not by the hours clocked, but by the value created. Will we continue to sprint towards burnout, or will we choose a marathon of sustainable progress?